Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video, we're going to be playing with some yellow. Yellow is one of the Pantone Color of the Year for 2021, and I just felt inspired to play with yellow today. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this look. And if you might notice, there's a little bit of difference here, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. So if you'd like to watch me do a yellow eye look, if you'd like to be inspired to do your own yellow eye look, follow along with me. I'd love to have you join me, and let's bring a little bit of happy into the year. Okay, so I have my base done. I have my eyebrows, foundation. I'm even trying a new lipstick today. This is the Maybelline New York Ultimate in the shade More Mauve, and it's very comfortable so far. I got this in an Influencer box with the mascara I'm going to be using today. So I have in front of me 6 eyeshadow palettes that have yellow in them. The first one is Take Me Back to Brazil by BH Cosmetics, and this one has a few yellows in it. I think today I'm going to be using a combination of this yellow and this yellow here. It also has this highlighter yellow. It's a white yellow, and it's very pretty. This is the one I'm going to be using today because it is still available on the BH Cosmetics website. I think the last time I saw it, it was on sale for $10. It's a good palette. I'm going to use this one today because I want to show you what you can do with the yellow. And but let me show you some other alternatives of yellow eyeshadows. So I also have one that is also still available, is the Vivid Pigments palette by Colored Ring, and it is a beautiful rainbow palette. These pans are much bigger than the ones in the Take Me Back to Brazil, but this yellow is lemon drop. It's a beautiful yellow also. All of these are matte shadows, but again, we're just focusing on the yellow today. It's a beautiful palette, and it is also still available. A little bit more expensive than the Take Me Back to Brazil, but you do have fewer shades and you do have bigger pans in here. The next palette I have is the Urban Decay Urban Spectrum palette, and this one is another rainbow palette, and this one has 2 bright yellows. There's Gold Mine, which I believe is a color you can still find in their single shadows, and every once in a while they throw it in their Vice palettes or other palettes. This middle shade here, Calavera, is a beautiful matte yellow, and then down here is Midnight Blaze. It's a black with yellow gold sparkles in it. It's a blackened yellow. It's really intense. Not gonna use that one today. Another yellow that I have is the Snow White palette. This is the, which one? Keep Singing eyeshadow palette from Besame Cosmetics, and it has a very light pastel yellow down here in the corner. I might try this one today. I don't know. This is very much a butter yellow. It's a little bit shimmery. It's very lightly pigmented. Not really lightly pigmented. It's just a very light color. The next one is from the Strobe Cosmetics Divinity palette. Now, currently, Strobe Cosmetics, their shop is closed while they catch up on orders from their Butte Bean It's Frickin' Bats collection. So you'll have to wait until they open up their shops to get it again. But this will be or should be available again. It wasn't. I don't think it was limited edition, but I could be wrong. Anyway. This one has a very pretty mustard yellow in it, Ocean, and it's a matte mustard yellow. So if you wanted something a little bit deeper than a bright canary yellow, this is a good option too. And lastly, I have my Mothership, what is it, Galactic Gold, and I have golds across so many eyeshadow palettes. But this right here, what's this one called? This one is called Gold Standard, and this is a very pretty shimmery golden yellow, very bright, very pretty. I might do that on the lid. I haven't decided. Let's see if I can swatch that out for you. Very foiled, very pretty. So today I do just want to focus on, because this one was a limited edition palette, but if you bought the Pat McGrath Holiday palette from last year, this shade is in that palette. So let's go ahead and get started with the BH Cosmetics. So to get the most out of the yellow shadow, I suggest using a primer, and you can use your regular primer. This is my Milani in the shade 01 Nude, or to get even more pigments and more out of your shadow, I suggest using a white primer. Some people love the NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk, but I find that for me it's way too greasy and it breaks up and it creases like mad on my lid. So I prefer something like this, which is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is just the shade White. I find that it does a good job of smoothing everything. It dries a little bit better because it is supposed to be a concealer mixer for concealer. So I like this because it provides a nice white base, and when you layer the yellow on top of the white, you get more of that impactful yellow color. So I think what I'm going to do to show you the difference is I'll do one eye with the nude and I'll do one eye with the white, so that way you can see what I'm talking about as far as the difference in the pigmentation goes. Now, since I am using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and a lot of people have very differing opinions on it. Some people love this palette, some people hate this palette, and it doesn't work for them. I really love this palette. I have done many looks with it in the past. I have done many really fun things, and I'm really excited to do this yellow look for you today. So again, these are not numbered, they're not labeled, so they are what they are. So if you have it, or if you have a shadow similar, you can just follow along. But I'm going to be using today this color here, and probably this lighter butter yellow color down here. I might use a little bit of this golden orange color, but I do want to stick with just these two yellows. If I divulge or divert and use this color, I'll let you know. But right now I just want to use these two shadows here. Okay, so I'm going to do one eye with my Milani primer, and let's do this eye with the Milani. Where did I set my mirror? Oh, a mess. Okay, so I'm going to do this eye with the Milani. It's just a nude. It's a smoothing primer to kind of even things out. And then I'm going to mix up it's kind of separated a little bit. So I'm going to use my ColourPop, the white base, over here. And I'm going to blend it out with my brush. And it's kind of shearing out a little bit around the edges, which is fine. But I'm only going to do my top lid too. I'm not going to put this underneath. Because I want to do something different for my lower lash line, I think, but you can see the difference already in the eyes, and you'll be able to see it even more when I apply the color. Okay. I just want that pigment to lay over that white base. I mean, if you think about it, when you're drawing with a crayon, or marker rather, and you are drawing over different colored papers with the ink, it shows up differently, right? So basically that's kind of what happens here with layering pigments. I probably don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to use two different brushes between this eye and this eye. That way you can see how the pigment lays, and the brush isn't going to be picking back up on any of that primer that we have laid down. So let me see, I'm going to use my angled brush for one, and let's see, these are similar. So, okay, I'll use my shiny brush for this eye, and I'll use my Cavendish brush for this eye. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go right in with that bright yellow right there. And this is going to be interesting for me since I generally go back and forth with my brushes to even out. So it'll be a lot of switching between brushes, but that's okay. All right. So I'm just taking this. I didn't tap off any excess. I just went straight into that palette grabbed a bunch of pigment, and we're just going to go to town right there. I just feel like we could all use a little bit of cheering up this week. And yellow is supposed to be a nice little mood boosting color. I've got my yellow coffee mug here. Second cup. Got a little more energy today. All right, I'm just going in and packing on and blending upwards to the crease. Upwards and in. Packing on, blending out, packing on, blending out. And see, that pigment is looking pretty good. It's sticking to the primer. It's looking pretty vibrant as it is on its own over the nude base. It's blending up nicely. Okay. One eyeshadow looks are so pretty. You can do so much with just one single eyeshadow. All right. I think I've got a good coating here. Just want to bring it in a little bit more. All right. Now I'm going to put this brush down, take my other clean brush, go back into that same yellow. I'm just loading it up. Just going to load it up with lots of color and go right over. And you can see already how different that yellow looks over top of the white versus over top of the nude. I don't like that nude. I'm just calling it nude because that's the shade name of the primer. And packing, doing the same thing I did on the other eye, just packing and blending. You can see this one looks just, I mean, it looks different in person than on camera, but you can sort of see where it looks kind of like it's darkened up just a little tiny bit. And over here, it's definitely keeping that vibrancy that I want, that nice sunshine lemon yellow vibrancy. Okay, bringing it in and up. In and up and out. All right, I also like the way that it's laying evenly across the lid here on this white, as opposed to how it's looking a little bit patchier over here on the Milani side. But that's okay. We're going to cover some of that up with some eyeliner here in a bit anyway. All right, so here we have these two eyes. I'm going to pick up my other brush and just see if I can level this out just a tiny bit. All right. And again, since I have you can see this eye is a little bit thicker here. I like to bring that up just a tiny bit so it doesn't get lost under my eyebrow too many times going like this. All right. Need to work up my other eyebrow. I don't think that's how that works. Okay. So I think that's pretty even. I just want to pull it out just a tiny tad there. All right, here we go. And I think just because I can, I'm going to pack a little bit more on. All right. Bringing that in and up. Swapping brushes, in and up. You know, I didn't even dip into that lighter yellow. I just kind of grabbed that one shadow, and you can see how nicely it just kind of sheared out there. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is today, because the Pantone colors are yellow and gray, I'm going to do a gray eyeliner. I do have yellow. I have one yellow. I have the Oh my goodness, this is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade, I think it's Crossed, CRSSD. And I don't know if they have this one still. I do know that LA Girl has the Neon Shockwave in a yellow, and it's a good formula too. If you can get a hold of this, that's a good option too. I'm not sure that ColourPop has this shade anymore, but I don't want to use yellow today. Okay, so I have, for eyeliner, I have today Desperation by Urban Decay, the 24/7. It's a really good formula. I also have the NYX eyeliner in Platinum. I think I'm going to do Platinum today because I kind of want to add a little bit of shine with this matte look. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that right here in the waterline. Bring it all the way in. Ooh, my eyes feeling a little sensitive today. Normally don't have sensitive eyes, but every once in a while they decide they want to go rogue and be a little sensitive. Whew. Okay, so I have that on, and I think I do want to put a little bit more underneath. Let's fix this up some. All right, so I think I do want to wrap some of this yellow around. So since I don't have any primer underneath this eye, they'll look the same, I'm going to grab a flat brush. I'm going to go into that bright yellow and just wrap this around here. I'm going to wrap it around on the other side too. And then it's just a nice little subtle color underneath there. Because I am going to go ahead and do a wing and put on some mascara. All right, before I finish that up with the eyeshadow, I'm going to grab a pencil brush and I'm going to take this, what's supposed to be, I guess, a highlighter down here. I don't know, or a transformer, I don't know. But anyway, this is a yellow with a white base, and I'm just going to take some of this and I'm going to wrap that in the inner corners just to give it a little bit of glow, a little bit of shimmer. Not much, just a little bit. Just to kind of wrap it all together. And just using the same brush for both eyes, since it's not really going to make that big of a difference. I just wanted to show you the difference in color when you use a different base. Okay. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a black wing liner and then put on some mascara, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, I'm back and I've got my eyeliner on and my mascara. For mascara today, I am using the Maybelline Sky High mascara. I got this in an influencer box with the lipstick, so I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Just close up. See, mascara. And you can see how different the white base under the shadow and the nude base under the shadow look. They don't look bad, both of them look fine, but you can definitely get more vibrancy from the white base. And I really enjoy the ColourPop as opposed to the jumbo stick. You can see there's no creasing, there's no skipping, everything looks nice and pigmented, but it's all personal preference and it's all what you have. Don't run out and buy a product if you don't need it or are only going to use it once. But I do like doing white underneath more bright colors like yellow or vivid pastels or things that I do want to show a little bit more intensely. So yeah, that's it. I would love to see if you have any yellow looks, if you've done any yellow eyeshadow. I have a few times, and it's a color that I don't normally like in general, but it's really pretty. You can make some really lovely looks out of it. It's a very pretty color, and it surprised me about how much I enjoyed it. And it's supposed to be one of the colors of the year, so this is just a nice little bright spot in the middle of winter. So I hope that if you do a yellow eyeshadow look, that you will tag me in it and let me know so that I can see what you've done, and let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like yellow? Let me know. All right, thank you for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate you being here with me today, even if you don't subscribe. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.